All right, guys. So basically, this is how you vote for me. You can either sign up, or if you want to do it the crypto way, you can go ahead, connect your MetaMask. Boom, your wallet's connected, and it takes you to the Alluvio website, which is the blockchain technology that's selling my book. So once you get here and your wallet's connected, storage should pop up at the top. I'm in the open section. And then I'm literally the first one right here. Click on my book and you could go ahead and vote. I have 10 votes. So go ahead, and that's how you do it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nico Scotty, and we back with another video, guys. First and foremost, I want to apologize for going missing with the videos, but I really feel like quality is more important than quantity here, guys. Let me cook for a second. Basically, work got a little serious, and I had to pick up the work in real life. And if I picked up the work in real life, I had to drop the work in YouTube, but that's okay. It's okay because it gives me more time to create better content. And I've been doing a little bit in crypto, taking my time back and just seeing what I'm gonna bring to y'all. So lately, the last project that I invested into was this project called A Kid Called Beast, lit project. My boy Raspy created it. It's been out since like last year. It finally minted on January 15th at 0.07 ETH. Yeah, 0.07 ETH, but it ran up to 3 ETH. It's now around like 1 ETH for around that price, but that was pretty lit. Working on a crypto dictionary. It's on Amazon Kindle. I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's finally an NFT, man. That's been the goal for the longest. I've been trying to integrate it into crypto, and there's this project. I'm in it. It's a competition for under-recognized content creators in the Web3 space, and it's a $50,000 prize for the top 3 winners, and it's a sponsored sale prize. I do want to say in advance, I appreciate you guys for your support. Y'all been liking the posts. When I first started it, y'all the reason that I got the book created in the first place, and y'all supporting all the way up into the contest. I already got 10 votes, so I just want to say that everybody who's a holder of the book, when it's released or whenever, you can buy it now actually. You'll get a free physical copy of the book, every single one of my holders. That's the most utility I can offer with, you know, a book, which is one of the most valuable thing in the world. Shoot, I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, but anything that I do, y'all gonna be my OG holders for life. And anywhere I move on the blockchain, I'm gonna just be rocking with y'all. So I appreciate y'all. And I'm also gonna be working on new content from here on out. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna bring y'all back some quantity. And I'm gonna show y'all how I'm a dollar cost in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going stupid right now if you really look at the charts. Last but not least, this video here is really about an interview with my boy Alpha, somebody who's been running spaces, who got me onto Kid Called Beast, got me my first Ethereum NFT that made me money. Whole bunch of shit, man. And he just drops a whole bunch of gems in this video here. It's meta-ish, and then, you know, we play a game at the end. So it was a pleasure speaking with my boy, and hope you guys enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? So yes, basically the competition is extremely talented and under-recognized. It's a contest for, you know, all creators of the future. And basically what that means is that, you know, just like how I create content on YouTube, or even such as the book, which I entered into this contest, is something that this project Alluvio has created to help these creators gain recognition. There's a whole bunch of different entries in here. There's AR art, there's regular art, even a movie if I'm not mistaken, but it's all lit. Check it out. And basically that's what I'm entered into, and it's created by Alluvio and Vibe Streams Network, and Vibe Stream Network is founded by my buddy Trey, and basically it's a multimedia entertainment group, and you can get all this information here on the website itself. But as you can see, Illuvio has built technology for the future for housing, distributing, and monetizing creators. So Web3, social media platform that pays essentially, but it's going to be on blockchain, and you can put your content on there. So I think that's going to be pretty lit. And then Vibe Stream is basically entertainment company, as it says right here, and basically they're gonna help you gain the most monetization on platforms such as Illuvio that help distribute your content, and think of it like a label or some sense of management group. But I think it's pretty lit. My boy Trey, he makes music. He's the one who put me on about this content, so I really think it's something lit they're doing for the community. I really do appreciate your support, and this means a lot to me. I've been working on this book since December, so I can't wait to see what happens in the future. And let's go, man. Scotty Gang, run it up. Back with another episode of Meta-ish.
But this is just, I believe it's just a whole bunch of bullshit.
You can't make everybody happy.
But I feel like we're so early.
It's like if you talk about something, someone else is gonna do it.
You want to be successful in this space, be real.
Definitely find a community of people.
I'm always gonna ask questions, bro, no matter what.
Take losses with a grain of salt. Hardest thing is trying to get everybody on the same page. Have open communication.
It's like if you talk about something and you don't do it right away, someone else is gonna do it.
Can't
wait. The community, keep it pretty real. Dump on everyone.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nico Scotty, aka Sir Steak-A-Lot, and we back with another episode of Meta-ish. And today we got a real deal GOAT, man. He's your favorite space host. He's also possibly a future podcast host on Spotify, and most importantly, my son.
Yeah, you're losing it. It's good. Oh my God, I appreciate you having me on.
Yo, what's good, bro? Facts. Appreciate you for coming on this episode, man. And now, all jokes aside, man, you're really a GOAT. You actually gave me one of my first profitable, or noticeably profitable NFTs for free in your space, man. So I just want to sit with you and rap with you for a few moments. That was cool.
Nah, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. You already know the deal, my guy. You feel me?
Nice.
We fam here.
Hey, Les, so tell us a little about yourself before we get into the interview, podcast, whatnot, and who you are, man.
Yeah, so I go by AlphaCo, bro, the NFT space. Been in the NFT space for almost, bro, it's been a year. Now it's been like a year and a month now. Like I started like late December, like New Year's-ish back in 2021, and like shit was, bro, it was a vibe, bro. Like I've seen the ups and downs of like the crypto, Web3, NFT space. There's been good times and bad times, all types of shit, bro. But I mean, before I even came into the space, bro, went to go to CU Boulder, so I'm like finishing up the last of my credits. I am an integrative physiology major, so I'm studying to get my pre-med degree, or like get my certificate, bro. Even before that.
Much popularity.
Really appreciate that, bro. Super bullish on like what kind of comes next, and like the people I got around me, like you, bro, and there's a bunch of other people who we got around us that I can see going hella far in the future.
Facts. Okay, and that's lit. So 2021, that's when you got started. What inspired you to get involved with crypto and NFTs?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of got into crypto back early. Early 2020-ish. So I got into like Avalanche and Matic. Ended up putting like 20 bands into it. Ended up making a significant amount off that shit, bro. But at the same time, even before that, one of my homies ended up getting into like Bitcoin, and was when it was like worth a few $100s. And but the thing about it is, like, he ended up getting into this Ponzi thing where he had to like recruit other people and get them in this pyramid, and he would like collect extra Bitcoin as time progressed. And I was like, yo, like this. I was like, yo, like, this is solid. Like, you're making money doing this. You're able to cash out. I was like, I want to kind of get into something like this. He ended up getting straight rugged, bro. They ended up taking, like, 20 bands that he started off with, like, $5,000. He ended up losing all of it because, like, the whole platform just disappeared overnight. I heard about it, and then I decided to, like, stay away from it. But, like, another homie ended up putting me on, like I said, Polygon, the Polygon/Matic and Avalanche, and I ended up just buying into it hella early. Ended up making some crazy profits, and then I was like, okay, like, this is solid. And then I ended up taking a step back from all of it. So I converted it into USDT, cashed out some of it, and then ended up taking a step back. And then I ended up coming back, like I said, back in 2021, ended up getting into NFTs. Because I saw what was going on. Everybody was talking about it. You saw a bunch of big celebrities changing their PFPs to like Bored Ape. This is where like shit was. It looked like like from every direction, people were coming into NFTs. It seemed like it was the next big thing. And like from what I was hearing, a bunch of people were making a bunch of money. There was profit to be made, and like you would hear about people coming out of the space financially stable after making one or two trades, or minting a one of one, or like just getting these experiences just from applying themselves in this space. And I was like, yo, like, I want to get in on this. I want to take advantage of this because there's money to be made. And like even today, bro, I still don't stray away from that. Like, I'm looking for resale value. I'm looking for the best kind of returns I can get in the market. And like, I'm glad I didn't stray too far from it.
Okay, appreciate you for taking us on that journey, bro. If you bring it back to today, what do you think about the markets today, and like what would you consider as your role in the NFT crypto space, and like the things that you do?
There. So NFT crypto Web3 space, I think we are still hella early to this shit, bro. Like, mass adoption, I've mentioned this before, but there's only 1% of like the entire world that's actually involved in like the crypto space. So if you look at the NFT space and like look at that small 1% of people that are involved in crypto, there's probably 1% of that 1% that are actually involved in NFTs. So, I mean, we're still hella early to this shit, but we're seeing so many of these big, like, corporations. We're seeing so much of this big money come into the space. And you asked earlier what my kind of role in the space is, bro. I am a Twitter space host. I do Twitter spaces. I used to do them every single day, and now I do them 5 days a week, except for, like, Saturdays and Sundays. And, like, with these spaces, it's basically just giving people information on what's going on in this space. So we're letting them know what's going on and like our opinions on it. We don't want to like influence somebody to like get into to make these big investments or buy an asset just because of like one or two things we said. We're trying to lay out all the details on the table so people can make the best financial decisions for themselves. And like the whole point of all of that is to create a solid community, because you don't see this very often in like the Web3 space. Yeah, so a lot of the people in the space choose to just look out for the people who have the same sort of like profile pictures or the same communities as each other. And there's not like communities that are just looking out for each other just for the sake of it, bro. Just to have a bunch of people who are willing to look out for each other. So, I mean, that's the whole point of it, bro. We're trying to put money in people's pockets. I've gotten so much shit for talking about reselling or taking profit, because everybody wants, especially the collectors in the space or people who just aren't honest with themselves. They want us to, they want me to help conform everybody and turn them into like long term holders. But I mean, if people want to succeed in the space, they got to find their own path. I mean, personally, for me, I like reselling. I'm able to take profits, and I've been able to put people in profit too, uh, without being like self-interested on it, bro. Like, I'm not doing it so I can get something out of it. I just want to see everybody win at the end of the day. Because I mean, you're only as strong as the weakest link, bro. So, and especially with the space, when you do see people uh, making money together, or when you're making money on your own, you're a lot more likely to stay in the NFT or crypto space. If like, because if you're not, bro, because I've seen so many people leave the space just because all they saw were their assets depreciating in value, and them losing money consistently instead of actually taking W's. So I mean, it's definitely something to look at in the space. But finding a bunch of like-minded people is definitely key to finding success in this Web3 and NFT space.
Facts. Okay, that's facts. And shoot, man, I value your spaces a lot. The month of February actually makes, you're speaking about time. It makes a whole year that I've been in your spaces, and literally, bro, I like what you're doing for the community. Literally, you're teaching people things that are like life changing. One of the things that you talked about in your spaces is about like not getting emotionally invested into all this investing into crypto, NFTs, and sometimes we even talk about whatever market you might be in. And I think that's pretty much key. Like once I learned that, I became more profitable, like you were saying. Like I started making decisions like to resell based on like I gotta pay rent. I think that's what a lot of people in the space gotta do, and they gotta live. So you gotta make those decisions based on that, and not based on like whether you think something's gonna go to the moon or not. So I think that's pretty lit. I love what you guys are doing. But what is one advice that you would give to someone starting out into the space? Like I would bring them straight to your spaces on Twitter just to get started. But what would you do?
Personally, like exactly what you said, bro. Like I would definitely start them off, be like, "Yo, create a Twitter." Like just start off watching the markets. Like you don't have to put in a whole bunch of money to start off in the space. You can basically, trade, or like pretend trade. I forgot what the word was called, bro.
Paper trade.
Yeah, paper trade, bro, where you can paper trade without having to put your money in. But like it's just you practicing in the space. Not only that, bro, so once you get a Twitter going and everything, like a lot of people who start off in the space, they create this Twitter, get to this point where they're looking for Twitter spaces on NFTs, crypto, and all these other things. But like once you get to this point, you see these spaces of like 5,000 people or like 1,000 people, and it's mainly like an entertainment based NFT or crypto space. It's not really as educational. They're not really talking about events. They're talking about just stuff that's really going to promote and like boost their views in the space instead of like actually educating the people who are in there. I mean, what I would tell people is definitely find a community of people who are on the same sort of page as you. Like, make sure it's not surrounded by just a single NFT collection, because like once it depreciates or like you have to sell, like you won't be sell shamed, or like you won't get so emotional, or you won't be so emotionally attached because these people aren't only your friends because of this single NFT collection. So finding community of like-minded people who aren't just there because of single NFT collection is kind of key, is what I feel like. And finding, just building that out and surrounding yourself with the right people, bro. Like-minded people.
Okay, for sure. I agree with you, definitely. What do you think is some of the most important benefits of like buying these cryptos or NFTs? Then like if we're buying into, because I feel like I take more of a passive approach when it comes to NFTs. I'm not like a guru or anything. I'm really on the same board as you, with just educating and then like trying to teach people. I want to see somebody else do it and just be in the proximity of success. But what do you think is like the benefit aside of all this?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Especially in this space right now, we see so many people talking about like new technology and like community and like utility, that like that's what I'm looking for. But this is just I believe it's just a whole bunch of bullshit, bro. It's just people trying to make excuses for like what they're looking for, and like trying to compensate with these projects because they'll say whatever just to get other people to buy into the shit. But I mean, we do see like brands like Polygon, for example, bro. We're seeing brands like Nike and Starbucks and like all these big brands kind of partner with this single crypto platform. And like we're seeing other NFT projects work with them too. But I mean, that's just the start of it. I feel like we are still hella early to this shit. We do see a lot of like soulbound tokens, for example, which are like tokens that are just established in your wallet. You can't trade them, you can't lose them. Like as long as you have access to your wallet, they're staying there, compared to like all these other NFTs that could potentially get stolen. But I mean, there's a bunch of new technology that is happening. I don't think a lot of it is like super revolutionary or like about to change the world. But I mean, I definitely feel like we're in the right kind of we're on the right path to like actually getting to this progressive future, and like to a future where for example, like in the space, being able to get into a community of people that are willing to accept you just because you have been through the same struggles or whatever. Like there's a bunch of different pros to the space, but I feel like we're so early on that I don't know. There's so many paths we could potentially take that I'm definitely with you on like the past state. Like I haven't seen much that's about to be changing the world, but I do feel like there is potential to come. So I'm definitely glad to be on the sidelines, at least right now.
Okay, heard you. So what I think is a real benefit is just like I said, man. Gave me one of my first profitable NFTs, and that was just from me being present. It was a Naughty Dot, and like just getting in that community, I was able to make a lot of money on ETH. I started off on the altcoin. But my question to you is, how are you so well connected? Because in your spaces, you're giving out tons of whitelists and like, you're making tons of announcements. I want to know how do you stay connected in the space? Like, what do you do? Is it your spaces? Are people reaching out?
Yes. Like I try to keep it as genuine as possible, bro. Like even with like projects that are coming in on spaces, for example, I personally won't promote anything that I personally wouldn't invest in. I won't bring somebody on stage if I wouldn't invest into them. Like if like, and I am like, I am hella selective with the shit. I'm not gonna go and bend my morals over fucking $100, $1,000. Like, bro, that shit's fucking pocket change. But like, I'm trying to make sure people are taken care of. And there are people who have these same sort of values that are like, like we see what y'all got here, and we want you guys to be. We want to take care of y'all, and like we want to hit y'all with some white. Sometimes I end up hitting them up, and I'm like, yo, we got a solid community of people. Like these are people you would want in your community. Like these are some genuine people who, yeah, I can personally vouch for most of them, bro. And like they're like, yo, okay, fill out this application process, or like fill this, and this out. But like usually it's the first way, bro, where they're like, yo, we sat through one of your spaces, like we like what you guys are doing, and we want to be a part of it.
Okay, heard you. One thing you said you're in school, man. I went to Morehouse College. I didn't finish yet, so it's a journey. I plan to. I wish though that I had the knowledge of crypto and NFTs. I was studying Forex, and you know about Forex. We talked about it a little bit in your spaces. But I wish I had crypto NFTs and even just your spaces while I was in college, because that probably would have made me like kind of stay more focused and locked down when it came to the academics. My question to you is, how are you balancing school and the spaces every day? Because you putting in a lot of work with the spaces, and it's admirable, bro. So.
Yeah, so I mean, if you remember during the get-go, bro, when we first started up these spaces, bro, I was being hella sporadic with it. Like, I would do one early in the morning, and then I would do one later at night, and then the next day earlier in the morning and, like, later at night, bro. And even with that, I was like, yo, like, I gotta organize this shit, because I can't balance what I got with, like, school and, like, my day-to-day life and, like, being able to, like, do these spaces, like, and, like, stay on top of like what's going on in the crypto and NFT space. So I was like, yo, like I'm gonna figure out like a little time slot where I can have a solid group of speakers and like do this where I can do it every single day. And even now it's Colorado time. Like we do it early, like later in the afternoon. Like it's still a little bit more sporadic, but I try to keep it to like a couple hours so I'm able to like get to my day-to-day stuff. Like I have a lot of day-to-day stuff, family stuff, and just like personal stuff that I handle on the side. But I mean, I also got to balance school too, so I try to prioritize my shit, bro. Like my real life definitely comes first, and I do try to like do spaces on the days that I say I will. But like sometimes I'm like, yo, like I just can't, and like that's one thing I feel extremely blessed about, bro. Like I was able to even take a few month break, and I was able to come back to a solid community of people. So I mean, I do have a lot of love for the community, which is kind of nuts to see. Being able to take a few month break and having a group of people just waiting for you and waiting to support is definitely, at least to me, bro, it is a huge deal. So I mean, that's why I kept it pushing,
Well,
bro.
we was waiting for you, bro. I'm glad you back and pushing it, man. Space has been consistent, man. So definitely, if you tuning in and you on Twitter, check out my boy Alpha Spaces. All right. So last question, bro. I heard in your spaces you were saying that you're starting like some sort of podcast on like Spotify or something. I would like to know more about
Yeah.
that, and I'm pretty sure the fans do too.
I mean, what we got, bro? So I was hit up by a platform. Y'all probably heard about it, but it's I think I've mentioned it, bro. It's Stake, which is like a gambling platform. Personally, I'm not trying to. I don't know, promotions and shit. I hate being kind of locked down by a certain brand. But I mean, they ended up reaching out and they were like, yo, like, we want to see y'all kind of move to like a platform like Spotify. And like, instead of just kind of talking about NFTs and crypto, like, one thing that we've mentioned from the get go is like talking about financial stability and setting yourself up for success and having like guests who exceed in their like respected kind of department, bro. Whether it's Forex, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto and NFTs, like real estate, there's a bunch of people who have succeeded that are part of this community. So we're just trying to spotlight the community and try to give everybody a platform who's willing to like take that initial step. But yeah, so with the help of Stake and with Spotify, we will potentially be doing these weekly podcasts for an hour or two. So I'm definitely hyped to see how it all turns out. So far, I'm pretty sure I've talked to a couple of people who are down to host, but I'm thinking this is about to be big, bro. So definitely hoping to have you on there too. Yeah, this is definitely about to be something that I can see getting a lot bigger in the future, especially if we stay consistent with it.
Okay. Much prosperity with it, bro. That's exciting news. That's good alpha from Alpha, and yeah, I would definitely be down, bro. I'm excited to see what that's gonna be about.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
You already, bro. So look, man, that's the end of it. Appreciate you for coming on. But listen, if you want to upgrade,
But it's good.
you know, you're my son, right? If you want to be a man,
Yo, you are losing it, bro. You realize
if you want to step into adulthood, you could play this game that I created. It's called Who Wants to Be a Cryptonaire, man. I'll share the screen. We'll get to look at these questions, and you just answer them in a short amount of time. Just give your best answers, no right or wrong. And at the end, you get the brownie points of being a man. Let's see. If you can name one movie that reminds you of crypto, what movie would you name?
reminds me of crypto, bro.
Why?
Wolf of Wall Street, bro. Because it reminds like early fucking crypto and NFT space. Like, just at least the beginning of that story just kind of reminded me of that. Because like he ended up starting off with like dollar stocks, it was penny stocks, bro, and ended up like working his way up to like be able to sell these huge fucking stocks and like make these fucking $1 million deals. So I mean, definitely reminds me of crypto, bro. At least early NFTs.
I like that one. I like that answer though. That's a good one. I would say. Let me see.
Yeah, what would your?
I got a couple. I would say Matrix or Ready Player One. Ready Player One is really my first answer, and just because that's what I want to see crypto turn into. Hopefully, not because I want to live in it, but once it's there, I know there'll be a lot of money and shit going on. I want to be at the top. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Who are you letting file your 2022 to 2023 federal taxes? Elon, SBF, or CZ Binance? Or just Binance as a whole, the platform. They'll file your taxes for you, like TurboTax.
Oh, they do?
Hypothetically, for the game, you got to give an answer and why. You got to choose one of them.
Right. I feel like Elon would be the best. Bro, like, I get it. Binance doesn't I feel like Binance is going through their own shit too since they put out that expose on like SBF, but like Elon Musk, bro, you can never go wrong. Doesn't matter what department you're looking at, bro, you can't go wrong with Elon Musk.
Yeah, I like it. That's a fact. I fuck with Elon. Let's see, last question, bro. Okay, boom. Your original question in your space is how you do it all the time. If I gave you 5 ETH right now, what would you do with it?
Is this for NFTs and crypto?
Yeah, not just NFTs and crypto.
Yeah, so I would basically tap into, bro. I'd probably grab some crypto. Some NFT projects. I would probably start off with, like, I said this so many times, but like Sappy Seals right now, bro. Like, they're really running the Twitter space right now, bro. Like, the community, just be engaging with each other, bro. Just be looking out for each other. And I mean, personally, I would, I spoke on this before. I would rather have just like a community that looks out for each other without being surrounded by an NFT collection. But I mean, it never hurts just kind of joining a community like this too. So that's like an ETH right now, bro. And then probably grab like a little Pudgy. I know they're sitting at like half an ETH or something right now. And from what I've seen, bro, you can't go wrong with like, what's his name, bro? Luca, who has been going nuts. This dude ended up spending like $2 million on this NFT collection he didn't get a return on immediately. Like, he bought it, he spent all this money on it. He missed out on like initial mint. The initial mint costs him. He also missed out on like initial royalties where there was like crazy demand for the project. So he had to build this project up from nothing, bro, while also putting his own money in. So I mean, definitely started with a little pudgy on that too. So that's like half the people right there too. You know, can't go wrong with the Timber, bro. Timber's solid ass artist. They've been going nuts too, and like since I've taken a step back from the space, they've been hella supportive, bro. They've been getting back to me. They've been just like, since the day I kind of came back to the space, just still showing me support, even though I don't hold one of their, bro. So I mean, definitely hyped about that. Definitely looking forward to definitely getting looking forward to getting a piece from their collection. So definitely looking at that too. And then, so that's what, like 3 ETH I'm spending right now. Yeah, I would get an Alien Friend, bro. Solid community, solid people. Definitely tapping on that too. And then, what would my last couple of ETH be, bro? Probably just like an OG collection, bro. Like a crypto dick butt. Like, low key, I know it's all memes and shit, bro, but these shits, I don't know, have historic value. People are willing to pay that price for them. They're sitting at like 2 ETH right now, 2.2 ETH. And like they're assets that just don't go down in value, bro. Like people continue just like looking at them for like shits and giggles, bro. They're like, yo, like, this is a meme and like it has historic value. And people are just willing to hold it regardless of what's going on. I don't see it going down anytime soon. It is like a smaller collection of like 5,000 items. But it's definitely one I would definitely get into with 5 ETH, bro.
Okay, sounds good. I like that selection, my guy. Yo, bro. Yo, I really appreciate you for this and your time, man. It means a lot. This was an amazing interview, bro. And for real, you do a lot for the community, bro. So I'm just wishing you prosperity with that and everything. And yeah, man, that's it. We're good to go.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, my guy. We'll be running this shit back up again, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having me, my guy.